Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome to Valentine's project number 3. So we're really cracking on with this series and I hope you're enjoying it because I'm really enjoying showing you these projects. And so if you could join me yesterday, that was fantastic. Thank you very much. And we made a Valentine's cracker. Well, when you come back tomorrow, I'll be making, well, altogether I'm going to be making 2 things, but I'll be making the first thing that we're going to put inside the cracker. We're going to be making a set, but more about that tomorrow. So for today, we are going to be making a little 3x3 box, 3x3 inch box that is, and we're going to decorate it and make it look really special for Valentine's Day, and then we're going to be putting something special in it. So let's get moving. So you will need, I'm using gold glitter card for this. Now you can use whatever you like. If you've got some beautiful Valentine's cards or papers, you can use those. You can use ordinary plain red card. You can even use white card if you want. But you use whatever you like. But we will be putting, when you're thinking about using your card later on, we will be putting some red hearts on it. So it might not be a good idea to use plain red card unless you're going to make your embellishments in a different colour. So as we put this project together and make it up, you'll see exactly what I mean. So you will need, I made this from A4 card, and you will need 2 pieces that measure 6 by 7 inches. And all of these measurements will be in the description box below. So don't worry if you haven't got a piece of paper or a pen, or it'll all be there for you. So on the 6-inch side, you will need to score it down the middle at 3 inches. And then, and you'll need to do this on both pieces. And then on the 7-inch side, you will need to score it at 3 inches and 6 inches. And you will need a pair of scissors, because you'll see it, if I hold it up a bit closer to the camera, you'll see we've got 2 little rectangles at the end. Now, this bottom rectangle, you don't need. So we're going to cut that off. The top one is the flap. It's the, well, the tab. It's the tab that we're going to use it to put it together. So this bottom one, we are going to cut that off, and you don't need that. So you can just put it to one side. If you really want to, you can use it for another project, but that's up to you. So you could use it as a bookmark even. I use my scraps for all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And then the only other piece of cutting you'll need to do, this score line here, you just need to cut up to the first score where that joins, but don't cut past that, because these 2 bits are going to be the sides of the box, and if you cut that up, you'll cut the box in half. So just cut up to the first score line, so you'll have a piece like that. And I'm just going to, if I can find a space, I'll put my scissors to one side. And well, actually, while we're here, what we are going to do, you can use glue if you want to. I have got some glue down here actually, because it'll be more useful for another part of the project. All I'm going to do here, because I want it to stick instantly, I'm going to pop some double-sided tape on there, and you'll see why in just a second. If I can get the backing paper off. So, oh, there we go. If I was using mirror card, that would have come off as easy as anything. And then what we do, we've got another piece which I've cut exactly the same way. And so what we're going to do to begin with, this tab at the top is where we stick our 2 pieces together. So you take one piece, put it so that the tab is on the inside, like that. Line it up and press it down. And you've got the basis of your box already. Now, we are going to put some decorations on here, and a little tip for you, if you're going to do that, I'm going to put a decoration in each section. Now, the easiest way to do that is do it at this stage before you put it together. You can do it afterwards, but it's easier to do it this way. And so if I can find my notes, oh, there they are. I used a heart die for this. Oh, hang on. It's all right. Glue dish was in the way. I couldn't see the measurements. So I have die cut 4 hearts, and my heart measure 1 3/4 by 2 1/4 inches. And again, all of these measurements, everything you need, will be in the description below. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it, I know it's probably a bit difficult to see. Now, what I'll do, if I bring the camera in close and then I'll zoom out again. Oh, let's just get rid of that pot of glue. Oh, I won't get rid of it, but I'll move it. So what we're going to do is, don't put it right in the middle because there's going to be a lid for this box. So put your decoration, whatever you're going to use, if you're going to use a heart, put it just below, or just above I should say, the score line, because then you'll have room for your lid. And what I should have shown you, I'll show you on this one. On the back, I've just got 2 little foam pads because I wanted it to stand forward a bit. I wanted it to stand proud. But if you want it flat, you can use glue to put this down, to put these into place. So just line it up with the other one. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And then we will move along, pick up the other one, or another one. Just make sure we pop it above the score line. And one more. And again, we'll just stick it above the score line. And all of those have got foam pads on them. So I'm just going to zoom out again now. Ooh, a bit more than that. There, like that. So you have got your 4 sides and your 4 embellishments. If you want to embellish this more and put other decorations on, you can. That's entirely up to you. But I'm going to leave it like that. And now what we're going to do, we're going to turn it over, and this flap, which is going to hold it together, fold it in, take the other end, and we're going to start putting this baby together. So line up your tab with the outside of your box and just push it into place. Again, if you want to use glue, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. And then you've got, what you can do, if you want these score lines a bit sharper, just run your thumb and forefinger. Just run it between your thumb and finger and you'll get some lovely score lines. And there you have what's part of the box. Now, this part is obviously the bottom. And so what we do with this is ever so easy. Just pop it in like that. Let me see if I can actually pull these ones out so that you can see what we're doing as we're doing it. So push one in. It doesn't matter which one you push in because all 4 sides are the same. I am going to use my glue for this because if we started trying to put tape on here, we'd be here all day. So I've got, like I've done in one previous project, I've got my glue dish and my old paintbrush. And all we're going to do, we're going to paste some glue. I've got plenty of glue because I want this to stick. And this is a typical PVA style glue. And what I would suggest we do is bring the sides, what would be the sides I guess, over first. Just push it down, that will stay very nicely. Then I'm going to take some more glue. And we're going to put some on there. So keep it nice and thick so that when it goes down strong. Like that. Take that over like that and push it down. Now, of course, you'll have 4 layers. So whatever you put in here, this is going to hold it. It'll hold it really nicely because you've got 4 layers of card for your base. So it's going to be a nice strong base. And that's what we want. We want something nice and strong because whatever you're putting in your box, you certainly don't want it falling out and ruining the surprise. So we're just going to put some more glue on there like that. Now, of course, because I've used glue, as that's slid out, I can slide it back, especially with glitter paper or gold paper. It makes it easier. So we're just going to hold that down for a few seconds. And what we can actually do is we can put it down, put your hand in, or you can use a ruler or the end of a pair of scissors. And you've got a charming little box. Now we're going to pop that to one side. I'm going to put my glue to one side, if I can find a space for it. Put it up there for a minute. There we go. Because we're now going to make our lid. And you will need lid, a piece that measures, now I've got glue everywhere, but you need a piece that measures 5, and let me just pop that to one side because it is a bit distracting. Well, it is to me anyway. You need a piece that measures 5 by 5 inches. Now let me just bring that in a bit closer so you can see. And all you need to do, you need to score it at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And then what you need to do, you need, which I've already done, you need to cut these tabs. But then what you need to do, the reason I've already cut it, because all you do is you cut up to where the score lines cross over. And then what we do, if you've not seen boxes made before, especially if you're new to crafting, I know we've got some newbies with us, so you're welcome to. Lovely, lovely to see you. Take out a little wedge, just a tiny little, like an elongated triangle, like that. So I can't believe the weather for the end of last day in January at the time of recording, and the sun is glorious out there. So it's good recording weather. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to very quickly, just get the debris out of the way. And we're going to do that on all 4 tabs. Then we're going to put this lid together and hope to goodness that it fits, because I've not tried it. Usually I make a sample. Whenever I'm going to make a box, especially for a project to be videoed, I usually do a sample first and check it out, but I didn't this time. So we're just going to have to hope and pray. So then fold in your score lines, just fold along your score lines, including the tabs, like that. It just makes it easier to put it together. It goes together a lot straighter in theory. So let's hope that works this time. So we're going to put that in. Now we can do one of 2 things. We can either use glue or we can use tape. I tell you what, if I can get it, because I've got so much junk in here, it's just not true. Yeah, let's use, for quickness, I was going to use glue, but for quickness, let's just use some red runner tape. If it's work, oh, I think it might be running out. Hang on, let me just see. Oh, we're on it. Oh, I thought it was empty, but no, it seems to be working. So just, I might go back and put some glue on it later, but for now, let's just pop some red runner tape on it. And what you do is you put your adhesive, whether you're using tape or glue, and then just bring it up and put it together like that. Bring it up where, so the edge meets the score line, like that. And just bring it up like that. And we're going to do the same on the other side. I think this one is actually running out, but hopefully we've got enough. Yes, we're there. Yeah, I think that one is on its last legs. So again, bring it up so that the end meets the score line. Don't go over the score line. Just go, in fact, I would suggest going slightly away from it, because it'll give you a bit more room to put your lid on. Now this is the moment of truth. This is why I usually try it out first. This is where we see, oops, whether our lid is going to go on our box. And it might need a bit of wiggling because the glue's still wet. But yes, it does. Excellent. So, and I have noticed that on the bottom here, we've got a bit of overhang. So if that does happen, just go around your box, and any overhang you notice on the base, just trim it. No one's going to know. And let that just settle. And we've now got a nice box. Now, if the decor does interfere, you can always adjust it a bit. So we're not going to worry too much about that. But we've still got a really cute little box with our decorations all the way around the edge. Now, if you want to, you can leave it like that. But what we are going to do, we're just going to do one more thing. We're going to make a decoration to put on the top to make it really, really special. And we are going to make one of these gorgeous little spiral roses. Now, I will show you how to make them. If you've never made them before, they're really easy. All you need is a circle to begin with, and for this size, you will need a circle that is 3.5 inches in diameter. And do you know what? This is so easy. Some people draw their spiral on it, but do you know what? We're not even going to do that. All we're going to do is get where the camera can see what you're doing or what I'm doing. So all you do is you start from the outside and you just cut. Now what you do, I'll give you a tip. When you do this, if you've never done it before, don't turn the scissors, turn your hand. So hold it, keep the scissors still and turn your card. It just makes it easier. If you want to draw we're actually just making a spiral. If you want to draw your spiral on first, of course, that's absolutely fine. You can do that, but I've never found it necessary. And now you've got a spiral. I know it doesn't look much like a rose at the moment. Now, normally I would suggest putting some hot glue, but my hot glue gun seems to have given up the ghost. So just to make things a little bit easier, we're going to put a piece of double-sided tape. Now, where's my pencil? Oh, it's behind me. Right, I'll be there in a minute. What you need to do, you need to curl this. Now, you need something to start it off. Anything will do. You don't need any particular tool. I'm going to use a pencil just to begin with. You won't need it for long. And all you do is you roll it and keep it in line with your spiral. Once you've done that a few times, remove the pencil. Oops, sorry. I have a feeling that might happen at some point during this project. Remove the pencil or whatever tool you've used. You can use your pokey tool to do it. Anything that's round and fairly small, a knitting needle, crochet hook, anything you've got. But I always use a pencil. And then what you're going to do, you're going to hold it with your thumb and finger of one hand and just wind it round with the other, like that. We're going to keep winding that round like that. We're nearly there. And this is the fiddly bit. That's the only bit that's slightly fiddly, the last bit. So bring it round, hold it, and then just let it uncoil like that. Just let it slowly uncoil. So don't worry about that, just let it go, it'll be fine. And then we're going to take the backing off, whatever adhesive you're using, then just bring your rose and push it into the adhesive. Just hold it for a few seconds. You can fiddle with it until you're happy with it. And there is your rose. Wasn't that easy and wasn't that so effective? So I'm going to bring back one I've already made. Anyone will do. And on the base, I make these to sell in packs in my business. But on the base, I always put a piece of, or a square of foam tape, not foam pad, although you can use a foam pad if you want to. And we are going to push that down like that. And there you have a decoration. You could make more, you could make them slightly smaller if you want and put more than one, but I've decided just to put one in the centre. You've got your hearts around the edge. Now all you've got to do is put your treats inside. So I have got a box of celebrations here. I'm not going to try and put the box onto its side because they'll all fall out. So we're just going to put some sweets. It's only a 3x3, but it's amazing how many sweets you can get in. And I've been sitting here all this time and I've not eaten one, which I'm quite proud of myself, because normally I'd be nibbling them as I go along, but we didn't do that today. So I'm going to put them up there, slide the lid back on, and there we go. Now all we need to do is pop our project. Oh, let's just get that rose out the way. I've made some more. I shall keep the ones that I've made these in bulk, and we should keep these so that, oh, let's pop that down. That's why it wasn't fitting in. I hadn't put it back. So we're going to now put our box in our hamper. And I think we're going to put it there. Now let me just stand up so that I can see, because I can't, when I'm sitting down, I can't actually see. Oh, that wasn't supposed to be there. Now, I'll give you a bit of a heads up as to why I've made that. This is just for the gift that's going to go in there, because we're going to make a little jewellery set. But don't worry, it's ever so easy. So we'll start that tomorrow. But for today, there is our box. That's what our hamper looks like so far. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you are joining in with this project and making your own fantastic Valentine's hamper. And of course, you can put anything in this box. You don't have to put chocolates. You can put whatever you like. So I will see you tomorrow with the first part of what we're going to put in here to put in our wonderful cracker. And I'll see you then. And in the meantime, take care, everybody. Have fun. And as always, you've guessed it, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.